Well, hello, Longaberger friends. How are you? Welcome to our Wednesday edition of the L Daily. My name is Lisa Mason. I've been doing this for a couple of months now, and I just love it. And I hope that you like spending time with us. There are several of us that do L Dailies for Longaberger, and so we love having a chance to chat with you and just talk about things that are going on, new products we've discovered. Love to hear your comments and just connect. So it's Wednesday, right? First of all, it's the middle of the week. Yay! Can't wait for the weekend. Hope that you've got great, big, fabulous weekend plans. I'm also aware, and you're obviously aware, we're all aware, that we are zooming into fall. Oh yes, we are there. I don't know how it is with you, but here in Pennsylvania, over the last couple of days, I think the lows are in the maybe upper 50s and the highs are in the upper 70s. And it's beautiful. So the heat wave that we had here in New York, where I live, and also Pennsylvania, where I live, we had a major heat wave, if you didn't know that, over like August, July, August. It was horrible. So the heat wave is gone. And so fall is here, and that is exciting. But I also know from having a lot of really close friends that sometimes as winter approaches, what they really long for are the longer days and the lightness and the brightness of springtime. In fact, they kind of struggle a little bit on those months of, November, December, January, February, where it really the days do get short, and they are short, and then it's dark early, and so it doesn't feel quite as happy for some people. So, not to minimize it, but in addition to all the other things we can do to help with like as much light as we can, as much exercise as we can, good sleep, I also think it's really important to surround yourself with what I call the memories of spring. So let's do that right now, Longaberger style, the memories of spring. I've got 4 of them for you. I love them. So if you're just now familiar with Longaberger, you do know that it's all about the baskets for the last decades. It's all about the handmade baskets. But more recently, it's also about everything else for the home. So we've talked about cookware, we've talked about dishes, skincare, all sorts of things. Today we're talking botanicals. All right, you've seen this little beauty from my New York City home. This is the green ranunculus. I have had this for several months and I love this little faux botanical. It is so real, it's so rich, it's so beautiful and decadent. I think the color, because it's like that soft green, is actually a neutral. It would go really well with deeper tones as well as lighter tones. But this to me just kind of screams springtime. So what I try to do is in the wintertime, and sometimes it really does affect me. Darkness, I don't like it. I'm an outside girl. It doesn't have to be warm, but I like sunshine. I like being in nature. I like that. So I can relate. These are important things, I think, to have in your house. So when the days are dark and long, it's nice to have just beautiful little touches of springtime colors in your house, I believe. So we're starting with the green ranunculus, and it's adorable. It's going to come already kind of bound in this little ribbon for you. Goes right into any of your vases. We have tons of vases if you want a vase from us. Awesome. I'll be talking about a couple of vases later on in another L Daily, but I love this green ranunculus. It seems like you want to smell it, right? It's so pretty. But new to my house, and I don't know if you can tell, but in the background, there's my picture right there, and then over here's my bookcase. You can see my bookcase, and then right down there, I'm doing a pretty good job, is my favorite candle, and then there's my favorite vase. That's from Williamsburg. And then there's one of my favorite little things too. So I love the combination of green and orange. So this is our orange ranunculus. And this will very soon be sitting in a vase right there on that bookcase because I love the pop of these two together. Obviously, because in the orange, you have that same green stem. So the fact that these two look like they are married and they deserve to go together is because, P.S., they do deserve to go together. This would be beautiful in just a vase on its own. I'll show you, as a matter of fact. I've got some more things to show you. I'm going to take these out really quickly. Okay, I'm going to put those back. Those are a little surprise. This is just my vase here from the house. Pretty? That's beautiful, right? So touches of spring. So if you too love the color of orange, the orange ranunculus and the green ranunculus together, perfect. Or if you want to separate them, that's perfectly fine too. Okay, this is already in the shot, so let me tell you. So this is 1 and 2 for springtime. I love the Longaberger faux roses. I mean, can you die here? You literally just want to do this. Absolutely perfect. Yellow, little tiny touches of pink. These leaves are so realistic. You get a half a dozen, and again, they look so beautiful together. If you don't have a nice vase, check out our vases because we've got you covered on that. But I love how all of the petals are open. And you know, I have been okay at growing or keeping plants alive in the winter, but sometimes you just don't have enough sun, especially if you live in New York City. So they're just not going to thrive. I don't have a private garden. I'm going to have a garden here in the Pennsylvania house next spring, but I don't have like a private outdoor space to pot a bunch of things. So I love that these are forever and ever and ever perfect and beautiful. So this is the third kind of touch of remembrances of spring when we get into those darker, longer days. Okay, I'm just going to put this right here because I think it looks pretty right there, don't you? Just right there in the shot. But here is the pièce de résistance, at least in my opinion. If you've ever seen my Facebook, Lisa P. Mason, it's public, I am obsessed with orchids. Sometimes I will post from my windowsill, and you'll just see the orchids that I have that day on the windowsill. This is a faux orchid, but I'm telling you, it is perfect. The leaves are exactly what they would look like, or the blooms, I should say, if you had a real orchid. These are unopened. That's exactly what an actual orchid looks like. These nice green leaves have that same beautiful color you would have in a natural orchid. And this one has already the glass vase, and you can see how it's been planted. I had an orchid just like this in the live version. This is exactly what it looks like. There's the little things coming up. You can see a little bit of the root system. You can see how it's been planted perfectly. You're just so tempted to want to just water it, but don't. This is beautiful. It's about 17 inches from the tip of the top all the way down to the bottom. That's a better picture because it was a little bright. Now you can see it. Look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Yeah, that's beautiful. And guess what? It'll never die. This will last you from the day you buy it, if you buy it today, until March the 31st or April the 15th if you want to keep it displayed. And then I would keep this out year round because I love orchids. They can be difficult to grow, but they're also beautiful. I love this guy. So I'll just leave you right there too. And I'll bring you guys in here too. All right, everybody cuddle up now, right? So as we get ourselves closer and closer to wintertime, whether you just need a little bit of color or a little remembrance of spring because it makes you feel better, or just because you're like, no, I just love the look of flowers and I love these colors and I think they would go well with my home, Longaberger has beautiful botanicals. We really do. Roses, perfect. This beautiful orchid, adorable. The green or the orange Monoculus, whether you get one or both and then kind of cluster them together. But it's one of the many categories that Longaberger now does. In addition to baskets, which we still do, but now all of these different categories that just give your home such beautiful life and color. And color is important. You know, all the studies that we read tell us that color affects us, right? Red makes us more energized. Blue is very soothing. You know, you've read all of those things. You know, purple is a power color and navy blue is a very sophisticated color. Black, although it is the lack of color, but it is a color in essence of what it is. It's something that a lot of people now wear year round. So color affects us. Why do you choose a certain color of your car? Why is there a certain color of the drapes in your house right now? Why do you have maybe your carpet a certain color? You know, why are your clothes a certain color or your jewelry a certain color? It's because color affects us. Color also affects us in our home decor. So I hope today, if you're inspired by this little mini garden I have going here, by the way, I'm a darn good gardener. These are beautiful, pretty perfect. If you want your own garden, let us help you set that up at longaberger.com. Have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you again soon on another Elle Daily. Hey, by the way, these are for you.